Hi, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Crafty B YouTube channel. I would like to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel and supporting me. I appreciate you all. So if this is your first time of tuning into my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to be updated anytime I upload a new video. And also, you can follow me on my various social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, at Be Creative. So today we'll be making this lovely off-shoulder kaftan you see on the thumbnail, and I'll be using these bias on the neck area. And with me here I have a measuring tape, I have elastic. You'll see what I'll use it for at the end of the video. Also I have scissors, markers, and then chalk. But please don't use marker for your clothes. I just want to use the marker so that the lines will be visible to you, because it's my own clothes, so I can wash it. If it's for clients, please use chalk. Please use chalk. And I have a ruler, a long ruler, 100 meter. And I have a fabric of 3 yards with a length of 60 inches. 3 yards by 60 inches. So let's get started. This is my 3 yards of fabric, and I'm going to be folding it into 2 like this. After folding it into 2, I'm going to fold it again like this. So I'll show you on the table. So I have folded my fabric into 4. So this is 2 on the folded part, and this is also 2 on the folded part. And on the open side is 4 pieces. So I want to show you how I folded the fabric. I'm using this to show you how I folded the fabric. So let's say what is in my hand now is 3 yards. It's 3 yards. So you are going to be folding it like this way, and then you fold it again this way. So this is going to be your shoulder line. The shoulder area is going to be here, and this is the length. So let's say when I folded it, I got the 30 inches for the shoulder. That means the front is 60. 60 folded into 2 is 30. So I got 30 for the shoulder area. And then the length of the kaftan without the 4 inches that I removed because it's off shoulder is 57 inches. So let's get to the table now. So if I take out 4 for the off shoulder, because it's off shoulder kaftan, so I got exactly 61 because I want the length of 60 and then 1 inch for hemming allowance, so it's 61. So minus the 4 inches is 57, and this shoulder area is going to be cut open, and I'm going to use the bias tape to pipe the edges of the neck. So let's get started. I'm using marker. Please don't use marker, use chalk. For off shoulder, you can move 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, but I'm taking 4 inches out. And this type of bubu is fitted bubu, is fitting. But you're not going to shape it from the bust line. We don't need the bust line here. We need the under bust measurement, the waist measurement, and then the hip, and then the length. My shoulder to my under bust is 15.5 inches because I removed 4 inches out. So from the 4 inches to my under bust is 15 inches. So from my shoulder to my waist is 18 inches. And from these 18 inches, you are going to go down by 8 inches for the hip line. The sleeve length here, I'm taking 15 inches. So these are my vertical measurements. Now I'm going to be taking the horizontal measurements. I'm going to be taking my bust circumference here. I'll take it under the bust line. My bust measurement divided by 4. And then my waist circumference divided by 4. Because I folded the fabric into 4. And then my hip circumference divided by 4. So my bust measurement is, my under bust measurement is 42 inches. 42 inches plus I'm adding 2 inches for ease because it's going to be fitted but a bit free. So here I mark 42 plus 2 is 44. 44 divided by 4 is 11 inches. So I mark 11 inches here. And then my waist is 40. 40 plus 2 inches for ease is 42. 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. My hip circumference is 44 inches plus 2 inches is allowance. So it's 46 inches. 46 divided by 2 is 23. 23 divided by 2 is 11.5. So I'm going to be connecting from my under bust with a straight shoulder like this to my hip, to the bottom line, that's the hemline. Whatever you have here, that's 11.5 inches on the hip line. You can mark 11.5 plus 2, that's 13.5. And then you are going to connect this line straight down. But you are going to come up by 10 inches so that you can walk freely in the boo-boo. But in this case, I'm going to make it like a line dress. So I'm going to add 5 inches to 11.5. It will be 16.5. So this is 16.5. And I'm going to connect the line straight like this. From the hip line, I'm going to connect it straight down to the hemline. Let me go over it one more time. Because it's off shoulder kaftan, you minus 4 inches from the shoulder line. And then you don't need your bust line. You need your under bust, your waistline, and then your hip. So in this case, 15 inches is my under bust measure length. From the shoulder to my under bust is 15.5, and from shoulder to my waist is 18 inches, and then to my hip is 26 inches. But to get it easy, you just measure from your hip, from your waist to your hip 8 inches. It depends on from your waist to your hip. And down the hemline, you can connect it straight like a line, or you can take it straight down and then come up by 10 inches. I folded the fabric into 4 because I'm cutting both the front and the back together. There's not going to be any neckline. I cut the front and the back together. So guys, I have to turn it over to this side because there was a little mistake I marked with the ink. That's why I tell you people be careful with this marker. So now this is the sleeve. I connect it from the 15 inches to meet the underbust line, and then to go straight down the bottom of the dress. And then on this shoulder, I'm going to open the shoulder, and then I'm going to cut out this side. This line is together with sewing allowance. I'm going to leave half an inch for joining of the sleeve here. So this is it. So I'm going to cut the shoulder area open. This is it. Let me open it to show you guys. I'm going to put the bias tape. I'm going to be going to my machine. I'll put the bias tape along the neckline. This is the neckline. I'm going to use the bias tape. I'll open it, sew it along the neckline, and then after I will turn it to the good side like this. I'll also put the bias tape here along the sleeve mouth like this, and I'll do the same to the other side, and I'll come and show you this. You see, you put it on the wrong side like this. You see the bias is folded on this side, so you use one of the folded parts, you put it like this. So this is it. So now I'm turning it to the good side like this. I'm folding it into two because this bias tape is big, so I'm folding it into two like this to the good side of the fabric. Make sure that you sew along the edges. Sew it on the edges like this. So this is the bias on the neck region. So now you come to the sleeve side like so. Then on the sleeve side you fold in like this, and then sew it all the way to the sleeve length, and then after you fold it, I'll show you how I do it. So, I'm going to fold it inside like this. You double fold it inside like so. But I'm going to start from this side. This is the sleeve side. I'm going to sew this side too. This side of the sleeve too. So guys, I'm done sewing the bias, as you can see. So I finished joining the body. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to measure my round shoulder measurement here. And my round shoulder that I'm using is 40.5 inches because I don't want it to fall in. So what I'm going to do is to be folding one like this into two, and then find the midpoint. So I'm going to open it like this. You have to align them together. So I'm making it 41 inches instead of 40.5. Let me add half an inch to it. So 41 inches divided by 2 is 20 and a half. So 20 and a half divided by 2 is 10.2. So I'm inserting 10.2 on this line. I'm going to insert 10.2 here, and I'm going to insert 10.2 on the other side too. I'm going to take my pin, my sewing pin, hold here like this. So I'll be taking it to the machine to stitch here like this, to give it a top stitch like this on the bias. Then after, I'll hem that down with 1 inch all round, and then I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So you see, I want to show you guys how I'm going to stitch it. So I'll put it under my machine like this, pull the pin out, then stitch it. So guys, this is the neckline. This is the off shoulder neckline. As you can see, very beautiful. I finished hemming the down parts and I gave it a good press. So the next thing we are going to be doing, because the style, if you see the style on the thumbnail, is a little fitting in front. So what you are going to do, either you cut elastic and put under the bust line like this, where I'm at. You put it and draw it a bit like this. You stitch here, and then you do the same on the other side. You put it here like this, then you sew it, and then you draw it well, and then you sew it here so that you can gather the front a bit to make it fitting in front than the back. So I'll be doing that, and then I will be rocking it for you to see the final look. So guys, this is our bubu dress, the off shoulder kaftan. So guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, like and share my videos to support my channel. I have a lot to offer you guys. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you on my next video. Bye.